Namaste. Someone asked a few questions and they wanted a reading to see how that went. One of them was more about Mahasamadhi and yogis that leave their body consciously at the time of death. And do all of them find moksha, or how to, what is what kind of is the energy around that? And anyway, as you can see, there is a picture of Yogananda up on the screen. He had that incorrupt body where his body didn't decay. And, who knows? I mean, maybe there'll be more of a story to answer this question around this. Maybe not, because this person did mention Babaji and Kriya Yoga, and just, wanted to get more of a sense of things. But I don't know if it will come this way. It just seems kind of interesting to do it this way. So let's see what happens, okay? Okay, so there is a heaviness here, again with Yogananda, showing that this is a corpse. This spirit has left the form, and it lifts up very lightly. So let's see, with him, he journeyed the land. He did work with those from the east and west to connect religions, to try to connect all people in this way and introduce them to Kriya Yoga, different spiritual practices. And with this, he felt like this was his destiny that he needed to fulfill, Yogananda. Okay, and with his passing, so one can see this balance here. At least it feels that way. There is some movement. So we're going around this image now, and let's see what comes. Okay, so he, again, I'm just hearing Westerner. So that is, part of the land he walked, the landscape, and, I do see his guru, Sri Yukeshwar. And he is living now in Satchit Ananda, Yogananda. But let's see if more on his, when he walked the earth, was he completely still? You can see he was not. So this one was more a bhakti. He was had like a gush of love, or a fountain of love that flowed from him. It feels very nice, actually. But he was not one that had conquered all of his vasanas at the time of death. Now with Yogananda, I don't believe he consciously left his body. There was something, illness that took him. But let's see if on his death there was a shift or a transition to this purity. Okay, there's a real sense of serenity around this image. And so he moved on and crossed the line, really, of being in this dual state where he was honoring others and feeling, this devotion. I can see like a lingam, and there's one prostrating by it in this devotion, as well as some flowers that are connected together, like a lei or a wreath, that show how he did connect others together in love. And then when he left, so he was in more this bhakti thing, this state of being in bliss and love for another. But when he did cross that line and crossed over, when the consciousness left the form, he was in samadhi. So he has remained there in this samadhi state, without veering from that. So, and again, it wasn't a conscious leaving of the body. However, this did shift for him upon death, which is something that's interesting to note. And, how much this answers that question, I don't know. Let's get into a little more then with yogis that consciously leave the body, and the ones that were involved with Kriya Yoga. As Yogananda may carry some of that energy. Well, we'll get some answers. Okay, so I do see Babaji in my mind. He is there as a light. He's light. He is speaking in a way, I guess, through this. So let's see what happens. Okay, so those that do leave body consciously are without many strings attached to the world, and that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing some ropes attached to land, so they are not so attached in a heavy way to solid form when they leave. And as they leave, and I see those knots or whatever that were tied to this, solid earth, solid forms, loosening the grip completely. And then it's more like a helium balloon. It feels like it floats. It is merged with, one could say the ethers or the atmosphere, or this bliss, this perfection. So this does indeed happen. And it is a phenomena that occurs where those that, are in this state and are just feeling ready to go, or they want to go, can come to this state of being deathless and leave the form that way. So let's see if this is right. Okay, and again, I'm seeing Babaji in my mind. His arms are open. There is light around it. There's a feeling of this Kriya Yoga. There's this Kriya Yoga through here, like rotating around Yogananda, as he is a more of a saint-like persona in a way when he walked the earth. He gave a lot to people in that way, but he did not carry this energy of non-dual while he was in birth, and while he was in this body. It was more about love, peace, these kinds of things. Not a bad thing, certainly. Certainly we need this more in the world, and it helped a lot of people in that way to connect them in heart. Okay, so yes, that does happen. Is the feeling with leaving the body and entering moksha. And so with some, so let's see if some, when upon death or upon this conscious leaving of the form, do all enter moksha when that happens? No, they do not. They do not. Now, of course, upon death, not everyone enters moksha, but let's say even one that has mastered many of their vasanas and things, it doesn't always happen. And again, it's one of those mysteries, right? I mean, it really depends on how much is left there to still be cleared. And let's see, we can't get all the answers here, certainly. But, it just gives us a bit of a feeling. And now there's such a heaviness to it as the pendulum drops down. Let's see what happens, or if anything else comes. Okay, so body is a vehicle, is the feeling. Body is a vehicle for experience. It is not, I guess the feeling is it's not the knower of Brahman. It can't know. It is more of an inert vehicle, like all of nature. So this is something that, if one, as one traverses this journey, is just not attached to so much, if at all. And so this is the difference here. How attached is one to the form and the mind in terms of what happens after death or even while in body. This is a huge thing. So this is, really the work of sadhana, is to detach, to let go, to let these attachments that are indeed false, they are unreal. As they come and they can dissolve. That's what it means by unreal. They're transient, to allow them to dissolve so that one can be blessed with this non-attachment truly. And as the body leaves, it leaves. It's just another moment. It doesn't change the consciousness. However, some do mingle with this or merge in this union or this blessing of Satchidananda, in which their personhood dissolves away. Okay, and this is what happened to Yogananda. See if there's anything else with this. Okay, I'm not feeling like there is. The other question was kundalini. Let's see if we can get an answer here now. With kundalini, where is the final resting place? Is it in the crown chakra or is it in the heart chakra? And this is the heart chakra, is the final resting place of kundalini. And this is something that Ramana Maharishi spoke of, as he's an expert or an excellent source of this, is the final destination or point of kundalini in which the mind is merged, is within the heart. The crown chakra can bring still lots of phenomena. And so it does need to come back to the heart, and this is the final dissolution of mind. See if there's anything else. Not right now. So an interesting reading. I wonder if we could get a little bit more of a reading on the corpse and what happens with this incorrupt thing. Just a little bit for a minute. Okay, so this is just the way it is for some that are without, I'm just feeling without tethers or without ropes, I guess, to the world. This is what happens. They are very much devoted to something single, like the Lord or the Guru. That's really, they're one pointed in that way, where it doesn't veer at all. And you see this with saints a lot, how they're so devoted. It's like a single thing. Okay, there's nothing else there that's working on them that pulls them from that. Other desires, other worries, it's just that, and whatever happens with them, it's fine, because they are feeling like they live in a place where all is a blessing from their God, the Lord, or from their Guru, or whatever it is. It's single, it's one pointed. And this is the difference here with some, that you see this incorrupt form, where the decay, the process doesn't take place, as it is very much flooded with light and things. Not to say that if this has to happen upon passing. It's just happens to some as a showing of, light is a mystery. Light crosses all boundaries of logic. And, it's something to see, and it's like a showing of that. Even more than that, we can't get all the answers here. That's never the thing, but we can sometimes get a bit of a feeling. Okay, let's see if there's anything more here. Really feels like this is the end of this reading. I hope it was interesting and helpful. May all have a blessed day. Bye-bye now.